Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some fucking WWE news. So, kind of funny's Greg Miller has confirmed that he has left WWE, and he says, if you didn't know, I hosted a show for WWE called This Is Awesome. We filmed 3 seasons of it, and it was awesome. Oh, all right.
Be gone.
I've known for a while. I was actually just hoping to skate by a little longer on WWE.com Superstars so I could keep saying I was a WWE superstar. I knew this day was coming. Well, good for him for like taking it in stride and not being a little bitch like Matt Camp. Moving along now. So backstage confrontation between WWE stars Jade Cargill and Shayna Baszler allegedly took place in 2024. So let's take a look here at NoDQ.com. And of course, this is Dave Meltzer. Fuck, do we save it for the dumb moment? Well, let's just blow a fucking flute. We might as well. Here we go. We'll cover it again later, I'm sure. But Meltzer said that it's been confirmed by half a dozen people that it happened, but nobody went into details past Cargill had rubbed enough people in the Raw Women's division the wrong way, Brian. And Baszler, was wanting to fight her until management found out and calmed the situation down. I don't know actually what in particular how they're that it wasn't just a one-time thing, Brian. One thing I was getting started. My fucking Dave impression is just not even an impression of him anymore. Just one. I'm gonna reel it in. Right. It's like when a cartoon, like someone plays Homer Simpson, and like you go to season 1, then you look at like season fucking 12, and it sounds different. Although one woman star said they believe the tension within the SmackDown side was worse than the Raw side. I don't fucking shut up, Davey. Oh, really, dude? Oh, my God.
Are you sure about that?
We're gonna make fun of Dave more later. I don't know, an impromptu flute blowing, but yeah, apparently there's a backstage confrontation and half a dozen people, Brian. NXT ratings 698,000, 0.15 in the viewership or in the key demo viewership, and it was up against some shit where this is like a really good number or something. And Sean Spears won the... God damn, we ain't been reviewing NXT, folks. I'm sorry. Sean Spears wins the North American title. I mean, Obafemi's been on fucking TNA, just bodying people. What else has been going on, man? They've been cooking over there. So yeah, I'll start reviewing. I'm going to start reviewing more. Same with Revolution. I'm going to do a review with someone cool, with some of my guests on my pod, like the normal pod, But yeah, here is, if you guys remember the Hardy family faction or whatever the fuck it was called, House of Hardy or whatever in AEW, Ethan Page was in that group. I'm sure you all are like, oh, really? That was the thing? I did not know that, Phil. Well, yes, that was the thing. And Matt Hardy runs into his former AEW teammate, Ethan Page, at the Performance Center.
I am at the PC for the first time ever. I don't know.
Ever.
I've never ended up here. You've been here several times,
Many
right?
times.
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
How are you? Hello, everyone. What an incredible, just impressive facility. I love it so much. Ethan.
Matt,
Good to see you.
great to see you.
Hey, man, I just want to say I'm really happy for your success. You deserve it.
I appreciate that, Jeff. I hope you boys are enjoying the PC.
So far, so good.
Visit the NXT.
Yeah, so
Okay.
far, so good.
Good.
Ethan, actually, by the way, I wanted to mention your new finish. It's so original, so creative.
Oh, thank you so much. I wanted to mention something to you guys, too.
Because if you don't know, Ethan Page does the Twist of Fate now.
I'm just going to take a wild guess and say it's probably not the last thing I take from you boys.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's not the last thing I take from you boys. Now, hear me out. X-Files. This got me thinking, chat. Okay, you guys ready for a little Phil Mark's Fantasy Mark book in here? You guys ready, man? It's been a minute. The truth is out there. Listen, you know all that shit Meltzer's talking, Josh Alexander, for sure he's going where the better deal. We don't know where he's going, but it's wherever the better deal is. So obviously Tony Khan and AEW, Brian. Think if he talked all that shit and then actually Josh chooses NXT, like WWE, and he doesn't even have to stay in NXT for long, man. Him and Ethan could team up and they could fucking go up to the main roster right away. And I'm not saying, I don't know, like maybe it's someone else. Maybe this is going too far, but could you imagine if Alexander shows up in WWE as part of this sort of like TNA NXT crossover, because you could still, even though he just left TNA, you could consider him a TNA guy. And the way they left it on TNA is so open-ended. And if you hear the promo that Eric Young cut, it was like, dude, they're still talking about Josh like he could come back and get his lick back, kind of almost. I don't know. All I'm saying is this. Imagine if all that shit Meltzer talked, he went where the better deal is, Brian. And then fucking Alexander shows up in WWE, teams up with Ego, beats these assholes for their tag titles. Not these assholes. They're the Hardys. Listen, we're talking if we're on the side of Alexander and Paige, okay? He's going, these assholes right here, takes their tag titles, blah, 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 goes to the main roster. I don't know. Maybe that's thinking too much, but what is Ethan talking about?
That certainly doesn't surprise me at all.
Not at all.
I mean, someone named All Ego. Well, he'll never do it as good as we do it.
Like, that doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to start hitting swanton bombs. That's not what that means, right? Chat, am I fucking tripping? Or is that something, this guy, someone reporting about the Jade backstage heat with Baszler. Thoughts? I already gave them, brother. You just missed it by like a minute. But yeah, I just don't think it's real. Or maybe it was real and Baszler was like, yeah, I'm going to fuck her up. But like, it's just weird this shit's coming out now. It just seems like, how would you even get that info? Like, why would this? It was back in 2024. So why is it coming out in 2025 when the first quarter of the year's almost up? Like, are you dirt sheets calling up? Is there anything? Is there any stories you have for us that we can run with? They're all just desperate right now, coming up with nonsense. So that's my opinion. But here's a video. I love this. It happened, guys. It happened. Shout out SI Wrestling. Here is Lex Luger, who is announced as the part of the 2025 Hall of Fame class. WWE. Shout out Cody Rhodes as well, DDP. And god damn it, man, Lex Luger did it. We knew it was coming. Long overdue. Way, 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 way long overdue. And someone was saying some shit about how, I can't remember where this was or where I was talking about this. Maybe it was this show, but, you know, Luger was saying how this documentary made it look like he wasn't having fun on the Lex Express. And he's like, no, dude, I was so grateful for that time. And, you know, that's WWE's rewritten history or whatever the fuck, you know, I had a great time. Like, it was a blast for me, you know, I was honored to be put in that position and that sort of thing. Like, so I don't know. Lex gets a bad rap a little bit, but yeah, I'm so happy. And you had to know it. Triple H was a bodybuilder guy too, and that's what Lex was. So just long overdue, in my opinion. Anyways.
Deep breath, exhale.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Luca Crucifino on WWE Evolve. He says, obviously, I'm here as a representative of the D'Angelo family. Tony D'Angelo runs things on NXT, but Luca Crucifino runs things on Evolve. I'm here to make sure everyone falls in line and that everyone knows that whatever happens here, Luca Crucifino knows about it. And Ava is in charge of them, and Shawn Michaels oversees it. And it's pretty cool. I like Evolve so far. Horror Pop After Midnight podcast. So you have my attention. Later this month, Mickie James will be in Days of Sodom, a Crow fan film with Cody Falk. So make sure you go check that out. I don't know, dude. The first Crow is so good. The rest are so bad. And I refuse to see that new one. Breaking. John Cena has been announced for Saturday night's main event on May 24 in Tampa, Florida. So there you go, dude. And they're still using his... I just unbookmarked it, but they're still using his like corporate shill, him doing the salute with the fucking Fruity Pebble outfit. I swear he's just going to turn up looking the exact same with the same music, man. That's how you get the most heat. So people are like, dude, get out of here. You're a shill, you know? Like, of course you would turn up looking like that. Moving along here. Cora Jade is okay following NXT injury scare. So yeah, on NXT, Jordan Grace like knocked Cora Jade out, it seemed like. And then they ended the match due to like ref stoppage or whatever. And then in the very next match, they did the same thing. Like Trick just squashed some dude, I think, and ref stoppage did or whatever. And I don't know if that was planned or if in the back they're like, fuck it, let's do another one just to sort of let people know that can happen or something. I don't fucking know, to try and make Cora not look weak. Even though I don't know if that makes any sense either. But Cora is saying that she's okay. Got rocked for a sec, but my knees are all good, decent. Thanks for the concern. And yeah, we were just worried her knees blew out, but ultimately she just got rocked up. So watch full WCW matches. I told you guys about this earlier on. WCW on YouTube. Man, this shit's been on my TV for just like the last 2 nights. Brandon Thurston says Netflix chief content officer Bella Bajaria and the Sloan Analytics Conference, where she's joined by Paul Levesque, says their $300 million worldwide Netflix subscriber actually touched 7 million people. The math on that would be 2.3 people per account. Well, actually, it's less than that. They lied about the numbers. You don't study the business, Brandon Thurston. So even more people are seeing WWE than we think. That's 100%. Moving along here, Zelina Vega. So Chelsea Green responds to Jesse Rodriguez, who's like, I want to see Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green for the U.S. title. Chelsea Green goes, loser leaves America. Now, she's hilariously joking, obviously, because Puerto Rico's in America. And then Zelina Vega's like, guys, help. That shit's super funny. Some people got triggered by Chelsea. Oh my God, don't you know? Yeah, she's playing a character. So Mickie James is pulled from LFG. And I couldn't believe this, man. I was like,
You fucked up! You fucked up! You fucked up!
Because she's really good on the show. And it's like, who else is going to be, who's going to take her place? Michelle McCool, dude. Michelle fucking McCool.
You what?
Now, I like Michelle McCool. Like, I don't want to get fucking chokeslammed or tombstone. You know, I'm not hating, but she's not as good as Mickie. And what happened was so there's stories floating around. I looked into this, okay? I snooped around the different stories. This is what it is. Undertaker did not specifically ask Mickie James to be kicked off the show. But Undertaker was like, look, if I'm going to do this show for season 2, which they're looking at it like a big hit, and Undertaker's obviously the main guy. I know Bully's featured on it the most because he's so entertaining, but Undertaker's like the star of the show. You know, it's like if you have fucking Stone Cold, maybe not that level, but you guys get it. He's that level as far as like icon. And he can bring ratings and shit. So Undertaker was like, if I'm going to continue doing the show, like I want my wife on it in some way. And then they're like, okay, Mickey's off the show. Michelle, you're taking her job, like as the judge. And so Undertaker wasn't like, yeah, make her the new judge. But that's just like what happened by proxy of him being like, hey, I want to work with my wife if I'm going to keep doing this type shit. That's at least what the sheets are saying. We obviously also don't know if any of that shit's real. Like, it could just be like Mickie James wants to get back in the ring or something. Who fucking knows? Maybe they're going to make her the GM of the co-GM of SmackDown or something. Who fucking knows? We don't know, but I don't know. Someone in chat here says, so in a roundabout way. Exactly. In a roundabout fucking way, he by proxy kind of got her fired. But it's not like he was like, well, just get rid of Mickie, you know? Like, I'm sure some sickos will try and fucking spin it to be that way. And we're talking about a rare exception, not a majority of people. I'm sure everyone understands it. It's just shitty, though. I really like Mickie, and I think she's built for this role, and she's had that role like in the TNA locker room and all over the place, being like a mentor to women. And not saying Michelle McCool hasn't, but I mean, wasn't she more of a fitness gal? And I'm not saying she hasn't worked with the ladies and stuff. First ever Divas champ. I mean, that's nothing to shake a fucking stick at, but I didn't see the need to get rid of her like that. So here is Triple H. Sorry, they just showed Bryce Mitchell, and the crowd kind of booed him. If you guys know, you know. And then they showed Theo Vaughn, who's just a funny ass dude, and the crowd cheered for him here at UFC. I'm on the lookout for WWE superstars and shit. You know what I mean? But the pay-per-view hasn't started yet. I'm sure when the crowd's a little more full, that's when they start to show the WWE guys. But anyways, Triple H says the media is asking Linda McMahon what she thinks of John Cena heel turn at the State of the Union meetings. Fucking crazy.
Used it as a vehicle to explain Washington, D.C. and political power within new administration. You know, it's I think it's no secret my mother-in-law's on the Secretary of Education, and she just had a moment the other day where she was walking out of the State of the Union, and the one question someone shouted at her was, Miss McMahon, as the new Secretary of Education, what do you think about John Cena turning heel? It resonated so massively. And when you talk about cross promotion on that, in the background of that scene, used it.
God damn, man. I'm telling you, Netflix wants to keep WWE forever. I promise you, man. Netflix they're just partnered down. They love having WWE. And when people are like, oh, they're down 56% from their first show, Netflix does not give a fuck, man. They already have this figured out, and it's already a good number of people. Dude, SmackDown this morning, I went on Netflix. #1 in Canada on Netflix. And NXT is always right up there, dude. So it just doesn't. They're looking at this as like a global play. It's not just the US anymore, USA Network number. And like the key demos, when Netflix talked about the numbers, they laid out like 3 demos or whatever the fuck. Meltzer's like, well, Netflix should really focus on the third and 18 to 49, Tony God. And then they're talking about it, and they're talking about these like different numbers and minutes watched and all this shit. They're just so, Dave, even if you did study the business, this is a new business. You studied the wrong one, bro. Guinness World Record. So John Cena broke a fucking Guinness Book of World Record. Now, a Guinness World Record. He broke a Guinness Book of World Record. He broke a Guinness World Record. Sorry, guys. But here's the thing. Someone's got to fact check this. Is it for real, Cena, with this record? I'm sure they did the diligence, but some people are like, nah, a bunch of those records are bullshit, I'm curious. Is this really a world record? I'm sure it is. But yeah, John Cena sets the Guinness World Record for the longest WWE face run before turning heel. So round of applause for him and Lex Luger. We forgot to give a round of applause for. I was distracted by UFC. So they say whether Cena's the heroic figure of the never give up mantra or a more complex figure wrestling with his place in the world, Cena's legacy as the longest serving WWE face, combined with his ability to turn heel and continue captivating audiences, cements his place as one of the greatest in WWE history. His journey serves as a testament to the power of reinvention and perhaps more than anything else, the lasting connection he has made with his fans. Guinness Book of World Records loves that they can put John Cena on their fucking thing, on their books for the libraries or whatever. I remember being a kid and you go to the library and everyone wanted to sign out the fucking Guinness books, AJ Styles tweets out moments. There are moments in wrestling matches. Why do you think we do these crazy things? It's for the moment. For the here, live for the land, to sing for the here. Right? This is your moment. And you got to remember that. And that doesn't mean selling out or not actual wrestling. One of the best wrestlers that even the sickos, that all these fucking wrestlers everyone loves, they copy AJ's shit. And he's saying, dude, this is why we do it. It's for these fucking moments. Here we go. Stone Cold Steve Austin on whether he will be helping Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. He's like, hey, kid, goddamn kid, I haven't been in contact with anybody, so I guess anything could happen. But I'm here to run a Min 400. And that's what my sights are set on. I'm not looking at Mania. I'm looking to the Mint 400. What? The Mint 400? Didn't Brendan Schaub do that shit too? I got a brand new left knee trying here to this, my first race back. So I'm going to go out there and kick ass and see if I can do as well as I can. What? So he's telling the Schmo. Shout out the Schmo for switching to wrestling too. And not just MMA, it suits his character. Yeah, I don't know, man. Hopefully Stone Cold doesn't like blow a fucking knee out doing that and he can be at Mania. Yeah, we need to hear that glass shatter, boys. So here's Logan Paul at some fucking soccer game here. Suplex Joe Weller after he scored during the Sidemen charity football match at Wembley. Fuck yeah. So here's a charity match, celebrity match, I'm sure.
And he gives it a Sue, and it's not his first time scoring at Wembley, by the way. He scored in the first ever Wembley Cup 10 years ago. And I've just seen a suplex on him. He's been suplexed by Logan Paul. What are we seeing? It's a crossover, WWE and football.
The man who invented boxing. Out.
Good shit. You like to see it. So here is Bill Apter speaking with John Cena Sr., John Cena who reacts to his son's heel turn at Elimination Chamber, and he turns heel as well. Dun, 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 dun. It runs in the family. So let's listen to John Cena's dad go heel on everybody.
Your son shocked everybody by aligning himself with The Rock. And why have you talked to him? Why did he do this?
Bill, you're a real good friend.
Thank you.
We go back a long way.
We do.
So would you please stop? I'm tired of guys like you. I'm tired of the other phone calls I'm getting. I don't know why he did what he did. You're going to have to get that from him. I am so tired of this. Why don't we just let it play out and find out what's happening? A reporter's a reporter. But listen, Bill Apter, friend, enough's enough. And thanks.
Hello? I think
Bill Apter, I really appreciate it.
Well, wait a minute.
Mr. Apter, I wouldn't say what Cody Rhodes said to you, but you know what I will say?
What's
Have
that?
a nice day, and thanks for nothing.
Let's fucking go, bro. The greatest heel run in the history of pro goddamn wrestling. He just cuts a promo on fucking Apter and dips out, dude. That is amazing. So while I have your attention here, folks, and before we move on with more of the graps, if you're into my coverage of pro wrestling and like what I do, consider checking out my other YouTube channel, Phil Marks Out, that I just launched with my episode 1 and 2 review of Daredevil. If you like movies and pop culture and YouTube drama and TV show reviews and things of that nature, and you like to hear my unique take and perspective and hearing me rant about stuff, then head over to youtube.com/@PhilMarksOut. Subscribe over there. It's a different format than Pro Wrestle Times or Pro Wrestle Clips. Obviously, if a live show or podcast comes down the line, that's one thing, but it's actually me sort of staying sharp and flexing my video editing skills while also doing more scripted content, and I think you guys will enjoy it a lot, and I got a lot of insight in that world too. So if you enjoy movies, TV show, music, pop culture, YouTube drama, all of that sort of stuff, and you want to hear what I got to say about things other than graps, then make sure you head to Phil Marks Out and hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Now let's get back to babbling about some grappling. So Leah Van Dale, Carmella, gives her honest reaction to Alexa Bliss returning to WWE after she was unable to. So seeing Alexa Bliss return after giving birth after Carmella wasn't able to.
Alexa Bliss. She actually just returned. She had a baby 2 weeks after I did, and she just came back a few weeks ago. So,
is that hard to watch?
Yeah.
Okay, but like you were injured longer than her from the whole thing, dude.
It was at first, but when she came back, I didn't know that I wasn't ever returning. So when I was watching her, I was just like, I texted her right away. I was like, oh my God, that was because she came back. She got such a great reaction, and like the fans were so excited to see her. And I was like, hell yeah. I'm like, you show them like you can be gone for however long and come back, and the crowd is still going to be like, they were erupting for her, and I was like so happy for her, and I was like, I can't wait to do that. And then
but I mean, Nikki came.
Alexa.
Damn, that sounds sour grapes, bro. I guess I'm speaking my truth for sure, but I don't know. I don't want to turn heel on fucking Carmella. Husey, what do you think? Let Husey tell you guys what he thinks. Moving along here. So WWE is reportedly looking at the return of the Evolution PLE with tentative plans to host the event at Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut on July 5th at PW Nexus. Yeah, do it. I'm the fucking guy saying this should be a weekly show. They should just have a women's show. They have Evolve. Okay, have women's Evolve or some shit. Speaking of women in wrestling, Triple H says that the women of the Performance Center pick up things faster than the men, which is obvious. We've talked about that a lot too, but he goes, it is amazing to me that we're getting these women that come in, start training with us at Ground Zero. And 6 months in, 8 months in, 9 months in, it's time to play the game. No, just kidding. Us putting those women on TV already live. Shout out Triple H, man. So natural disasters, earthquake, and typhoon will be going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Juan Tenta, look, dude, your dad. John Tenta going into the fucking Hall of Fame too, dude. Vic Joseph comments on Corey Graves' issues with moving to NXT and the conversations they had about it. So he says, I think he needed to have a new set of eyes, take a deep breath, something we've always talked about. We used to travel in the car together, was, hey, man, it'd be cool to call the shows together one day. And I think once he and I had the talk, like, dude, this is what we've always talked about. He was like, yeah, you're right. I always wear a bow tie every WrestleMania. Corey Graves gave me that as a gift at my very first WrestleMania, so we have that personal connection. But I think the difficulty for Corey is that this is where you start. I might have been calling him Cody Rhodes the the whole fucking time, my bad. The difficulty for Corey, and I think this is where you start to see the seamless transition, is now he doesn't have to do as much. Now he can take a deep breath, he can take a step back and understand that it is three of us, just the three of us. We can make it if we try, just the three of us, them and I. Three unique individuals, three distinct personalities for one goal, for one show. And so it's been getting better each and every week, and it's only going to get better. All three of us are just stoked to be in New York on Tuesday. Got New York going up on a Tuesday. Theater at Madison Square Garden. It's a great card. It's a great opportunity, and it's a chance for not only the brand, but as broadcast team to take that next step together and start looking at our first WrestleMania weekend in Vegas. Shout out Getting Over that he did an interview with for that. So yeah, glad to hear that Corey's doing the damn thing, man, and he's feeling okay. Here's the schmo with Stone Cold. He speaks on John Cena's heel turn, kid.
What do you make of John Cena finally turning heel?
Hey, it had to happen sooner or later. Finally, it happened. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, whether the people accept him as a heel, or has he turned himself more babyface. I think it remains to be seen as the story unfolds. But nonetheless, they've kicked off an epic build.
What do you make of John Cena finally
Oh, hell yeah, kid. Fuck yeah, dude. Love Stone Cold. He's looking jacked too, dude. I hope he comes back. He can lay a fucking stunner. Speaking of Alexa Bliss, and Netflix, like, this was before the deal, I believe they did this, if I'm not mistaken. All I'm saying is Alexa Bliss is a popular person. Bowling for Soup or whatever that band is, they got a fucking music video about her, a song called Alexa Bliss that has like fucking 10 million views or whatever, 7 million views or some shit. She's still popular, you know, and I'm not trying to shit on Carmella, but it's like, yeah, that's Alexa Bliss. No, I'm not shitting on Carmella. Again, I didn't want to turn heel on her. But I'm not going to aggregate. Don't aggregate. Yeah, we all knew Phil would be doing anime on stream. Yeah. What did you guys call me again? Like a VTuber or something? And I was like, what the fuck is that? Then I had to look it up. Oh shit, that was so stupid. But yeah, so here's hopefully Netflix is chill. Netflix and Phil every Monday, dude. Hopefully you guys are chill with Phil. So here's Alexa just doing her lines for this anime.
Time for a little payback.
She does a really fucking good job too. Let me tell you, from someone who knows people who do this at a very high level, she's fucking good, man.
Nice. Come on, try to kill me like you really mean it.
But I don't want to kill you, because I don't do that.
Huh? But the Sakamotos aren't even related to you. That's so stupid.
I'm not stupid, you stupid grandma!
Now she's an angry drunk.
So powerful. Oh no!
She's really fucking good at this role here.
Shit, it's been so long. I love going up against someone so strong. I've got the shivers. I feel so satisfied. We have to do this
Does
again.
this mean I can go now?
Yeah, check out her show, I guess, that she's got going on Netflix. Yeah, goddamn, she's really fucking good, man. And I know people who do voiceover and like anime from back in the day, like big shit. And damn, she's good in that role, man. Holy fuck. Shout out Lexi Kaufman, Lexi Cabrera, Alexa Bliss there. And that's what I mean, Carmela, not being a hater, but like, were you doing Netflix shows in your time off? You know what I mean? Like, that's what Alexa Bliss is doing. So yes, she sold 1 billion of those fucking Lily dolls before. Probably is going to sell 1 billion again. She's like a big name that like Orton was working with and Bray and everything. So that's the difference there. But obviously, whatever. It's just Carmella speaking her truth, right? As they do, as people will do. But yeah, so people were calling this. So they're like, damn, are we allowed this thing to do these things on live TV nowadays? What is bro doing? So I called it out here. I can't remember who it was, but they were on the stream like, no, he's smoking a blunt again. No, I seen it because I do this. So this is a smudge. What he's doing is he's burning like sage and sweetgrass. And he's like, you give thanks to creator, right? That's what this whole thing is, what Travis Scott's doing. So look at this. He's burning like a blade of, it's like a braid of, you see that? That's like a sage or sweetgrass or a combination of both. And he's like saying a prayer or whatever. Like he was about to do some shit. He knew it was about to go down. And people say like, oh, Travis Scott's into witchcraft and all that shit. So I don't know. Maybe that fits into that a little bit. Meiko Satomura, the original final boss, is currently scheduled to be at NXT Roadblock. It is unknown at this time if Meiko will be a part of the show. I think she already had a retirement match or is having it. She's up there in age and all of that. It'd be cool to have her like do a one-off at like a bigger show, even on like the pre-show maybe or something. I don't know. I thought she already had her last match though, but yeah, the OG final boss. And it's good. She's just working with WWE. They just have her there working with people, and that's what she needs to be. Just give her a job. She knows she's forgot more than most people know. So Conrad Thompson shares a quote about Cody Rhodes being hurt. Okay, so we check in with Conrad. We went to savewithconrad.com.
Oh, come on now, Eric.
And I popped a couple chewy blueies. And I checked in on Cody Rhodes, and I was like, dude, I saw it, but a burst eardrum? Are you okay? I'm here for it. But is your eardrum... Chat me up, Cody. Is your eardrum really burst? Are you okay? Holy shit. He replied, well... He replied, Travis Scott didn't touch me. I got a wild brew somehow, though, and sent me a picture. So that's what Conrad had to say on 83 Weeks. Okay, are you dealing with this MyRise issue? So WWE 2K25, I'm getting messages from fucking Husey being like, it is fantastic, Phil, you have to buy it. And then yeah, I got a fucking DM from I think Plenty and Pixel Art saying, yo Phil, fucking Umaga and Cena in the showcase was just so powerful, it was so good. Yeah, I want to get the game for sure. I should check it out. I got to get consoled up here and shit and get the game. Armin Petrosian's making his way to the Octagon. But WWE 2K25 players are furious, though, because MyRise career mode is failing to load. And what people are discovering is that the way to get your MyRise to load is you have to like delete all of your save shit, your previous stuff, and then reload it or whatever. So you have to like delete everything you've done so far in order to get MyRise to work. So if 2K doesn't fix this, everyone who paid to get it early and shit, they're all going to have to like delete their shit in order to get into MyRise. So I don't know. Husey was telling me, he's like, this game isn't finished. You know, he's like, it's underdeveloped and not finished at all. You can tell, but it's the Bloodline rules is insane. And that it's just an amazing, fantastic game and everything. I'll say this. I'll maybe wait a minute too, till they work some of this shit out. Cause I don't want to like start some shit and then rage out because I have to delete it all. That happened to me one year on like 2K23 or something, man. And I fucking went nuts. Or it was like 2K21 or something, 2K20 or something. I remember my whole shit got wiped and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, fuck all that. I'm trying to avoid all that. So Ava is now in charge of NXT and WWE and Evolve. Looking thicker than a Snicker there too. Don't want no smoke from Final Boss though. So Lex Luger says he's honored and filled with gratitude. And breaking, I'm actually getting word that he also
I don't know!
And he's overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and congratulations shown by the incredible wrestling fans, family, and friends. So honored and filled with gratitude. Thank you, Lord. Not the singer. Jesus Christ, brah, is who he's talking about. So here is wrestling fans sending shit to John Cena in his DMs. And John Cena's been a menace, posting the Joker, posting Gi-hun from fucking Squid Games, posting what fans are sending him and shit. I don't know. Or I don't know if this is what the fan posted themselves. They posted this of what they sent to Cena. I don't fucking know. But either way, man, just spectacular.
20 fucking years, bro. 20 years. Damn, bro. Every single Fruity Pebble t-shirt, every single chain gang motherfucking necklace, every single armband, every single piece of motherfucking merch. And your ass tell me you take that all down the drain to sell your soul to a jabroni beating, pie eating, trailblazing, guy by racing son of a bitch. The fuck?
Man.
What's wrong with you, John? Damn it. Damn it. Damn you.
That's pretty funny. He was just cutting a promo, though. So Brie Bella on her reaction to Nikki Bella's return, and via Denise Salcedo, she says, "When I saw her, I was like, wait, it's not complete if I'm not there." We're getting the Bella twins. We are getting the Bella Twins back, and I ain't mad at it, but I quote tweeted, I was like, oh, so that AEW shit fell through, huh? CW Sports are celebrating Women's History Month by recognizing superstars of the best women's division in all of pro wrestling, NXT. They said it, not me.
It's incredibly remarkable to be authentically you because nobody can do you like you do.
Yeah, Zarya's like the future of NXT for sure. Like I could see her being there like a while holding it down, you know? And yeah, happy Women's History Month, if that's a thing. I don't know. Liv Morgan goes off on Bianca Belair and Naomi for blaming her for the attack on Jade Cargill, of course, in kayfabe. Fucking sickos. So Liv is like, y'all already know if I pushed Jade on that car, I would have been squatting down, taking a selfie with her, screaming I did it. I would actually love an apology. Bianca, I think we can both agree on mode 1. I don't need it right this second. I'll give you a minute to digest. And the way Trinity lied, framed me, and jumped me with Bianca weeks ago, all to now finally tell the truth. Girl, you should have just lied. I always wondered what the fuck Jade was even doing to get pushed like that, even though I'm the true victim here. Rey Fenix is expected to get WWE medicals done very soon. Merchandise for Fenix is already being brainstormed, and that if he hasn't already signed, it's coming soon, barring unforeseen circumstances. Yeah, well, good. The merch is already being made. Just call him Phoenix. Don't call him Rey Fenix. And just put Phoenix Penta. Same amount of letters. They both have the EN in the middle there. And you just make merch that, you know, play with that and just make it look cool. And yeah, Lucha Brothers to WWE. Shout them out. And yeah, I can't wait till Rey Fenix shows up. Further details on reported backstage heat for Jade Cargill. So we went over that. It's Brian. Report WWE NXT Battleground to go head-to-head with AEW Double or Nothing. You know people are going to be crying. Oh, they're trying to drown fucking WWE. Or AEW, WWE's trying to drown them, NXT, blah, blah. It's going to be all that shit, so that'll be funny. They already had to move Double or Nothing as well from Vegas or whatever. So John Cena's a heel in real life, claims WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long. Playa, and it's not just because I booked him in tag team matches against The Undertaker. He says, I think this was the best thing John Cena could have ever done. He's going to do a good job with that because that is exactly what he is. He is a heel in real life. I'm just speaking, so don't go acting stupid and saying stuff. I'm just saying I've been around him. I've worked with him. So basically, he's saying Cena's a fucking asshole in real life. Here is sexy BJ Ray, from an NXT guy. You know he's going to be an NXT sooner or later. He's on LFG, and he's like, low-key, I was hitting that shit. Let's see.
He's trying his best. Hey.
Well, he's doing the damn thing. That kid's got a load of potential, and he's obviously just working a gimmick on that fucking show. Moving along. Here's our Hall of Fame inductees so far, and I guess I'm pretty sure Tenta, though, like that shit got leaked, and no one's refuted that, and we know there's going to be a tag team. I think Earthquake, am I wrong, but isn't Earthquake and Typhoon, aren't they in the fucking new WWE game? I might be totally wrong about that, actually, but yeah, these ones are confirmed, so I know we talked about Tenta, but that was all the fucking dirt sheets. Not all of them, but a few of them saying that, and then some of them backing each other up. But yeah, so far we know these guys, so congrats to all them. And Triple H as well. What a class so far. Here's confirmed dates for John Cena's return. Here's our last bit of news. John Cena's return dates here. And look at how they're making the graphics. Now, either they're doing this because they know smart people like Phil Marks are going to say, oh, I bet he just comes out with the Fruity Pebble colors and then he swerves me again to keep me on my toes, right? I know you're listening, Triple H. I know you're listening, Paul Levesque and Dewey, Dwayne. Hi, Dwayne. Or he's just going to come out wearing this shit. And that's, I think, what you got to do. You get booed. You don't go back to Word Life. You don't do nothing like that, dude. And then at Mania or whatever, you have, what's his face? Travis Scott do like a remix version, or maybe you just come out to a Travis Scott song or something. Like maybe you do something like that then. Because you got to think too, when Cena comes out at Mania, it's going to be like him with The Rock, or maybe The Rock's music hits later. So they save the pop. They build up to it. Who knows? But either way, March 17 Raw, March 24, March 31. So the fucking build up pretty much. Like this month, we're getting them the rest of the month on every Raw after this one coming up, I believe, unless my timetable's off there. And then, no, yeah, after this one, we get him every Raw. And then he won't be anywhere that we know of, too. He could show up unannounced. He's heel Cena. But yeah, then Mania, so we don't get him like all of April, but for sure some vignettes or like phone in private plane fucking videos. For sure one surprise show up or something. Then we get him at Mania, and then the SmackDown after Mania, and then May 25th he's confirmed for, and then all of these SmackDowns and shit. So the SmackDown after Mania, to me, I don't want to be a spoiler, but that screams to me like he might fucking win the belt, dude, at Mania, right? And then he can fuck off for a month. He's the corporate champ. And then you have LA Knight right now, can be elevated into that. Well, I'm the SmackDown champ. Like the main event will sort of revolve around him, while we have part-timer Cena, and we know they can pull it off because they've done it with Brock, and anyone complaining is a fucking liar because we've had champions who are super consistent. Well, I guess they want to say Roman Reigns isn't, but he was during all the pandemic, and then he sort of earned that part-timer status. But everyone complains there's too many titles, so it just gives the men and women's like US titles more room to shine on those shows as well. And it won't last for too long. It's not like Cena's going to go on this fucking 3-year run. Like he'll drop it again. But if he's going to be for sure on the SmackDown after Mania, that means he ain't just disappearing, taking his ball and going home. It seems like he's going to win that WWE title. No, that's what I think. So who fucking knows? I don't know, as Lex Luger would say, but I'm excited every Raw. I cannot wait for Netflix and Phil every Monday. I might have to just rename the show to that, but anyways, yeah, like Raw and Netflix this whole month after this one, and this one's stacked as fuck MSG card. So the last 2 Raws were just shaking bacon, baby, cooking. This whole month of Raws is gonna be could be fucking bananas, you know? Like the most crazy run of Raws since like an Attitude Era, maybe. Honestly, it could be that level. I might leave these dates in here as well because why the fuck not? And that, ladies and gentlemen, was I don't know if I played a breaking news before, but that was done.